2,000 years ago, Ephesus was one of the greatest cities in the Roman Empire, a metropolis of 200,000 people, the commercial capital of Asia Minor, and the Library of Celsus, one of the most iconic buildings of the ancient world, was standing right here. Today it is arguably the best preserved ancient Roman city on Earth, and your cruise ship drops you just 18 kilometers away. We had one day here, we walked those marble streets, we stood in front of the Library of Celsus, and we genuinely could not believe that we were here. We watched a master weave a Turkish carpet in ways that have barely changed in 500 years, and we came away thinking this might be the single most impressive archaeological port day on any Mediterranean itinerary. This is our honest guide to Kusadasi and Ephesus.
Today, we're taking you to Kuşadası, Turkey, and more importantly, to the ancient city of Ephesus.
First thing to know, Kuşadası is a docking port. Your ship pulls right up next to the dock. No tendering, no cable cars, no switchback stairs. That's already a good start. But here's the most important thing to understand about this port. The reason you are here is not Kuşadası itself. It's 18 kilometers down the road. Getting to Ephesus takes about 25 to 30 minutes by road. You have three main options. Book a ship excursion, and a bus picks you up directly at the pier. Grab a taxi or a shared minibus called a dolmus for a negotiable fare. Or book an independent guide which gives you a private vehicle and someone who really knows the site. Our strong advice, have your transport sorted before you step off the ship. Agree on a price with a taxi before you get in, and keep your all-aboard time front of mind. The drive back from Ephesus eats more time than most people think.
On the road from Kuşadası toward Ephesus, the landscape shifts quickly. Out of the port town, through the outskirts, and into the Aegean countryside. Olive groves, low hills, and then the first signs for the ancient city. It's a short drive, but there's something about that transition. You're leaving the modern world behind and heading towards something 2,000 years old. It sets the tone for the whole day.
Ephesus is one of those places that photographs beautifully, and still somehow exceeds what the photographs prepare you for. The scale of it is the first thing you notice. This is not a ruin in a field. This is a city, a real city, with marble streets, public fountains, a theater that seated 25,000 people, temples, residential houses, and grand civic squares. The main street, the Curetes Way, runs downhill from the upper gate toward where the ancient harbor once sat. Walking it feels like walking through time in the most literal sense possible.
And then you reach the Library of Celsus, and everything else temporarily stops. It is one of the most recognizable facades in the ancient world. 2 stories of columns, arched niches, carved statues looking out over the square. In its day, it held an estimated 12,000 scrolls and ranked as the 3rd largest library in the ancient world, after Alexandria and Pergamon.
Standing in front of it, and we say this having visited a lot of historical sites, it is genuinely extraordinary. Budget time here. Don't rush through for the photo and move on. Stand there, look at it properly. You've come a long way. The Grand Theater is another standout. It held 25,000 people and was used for performances, gladiatorial contests, and major public gatherings. The scale of the seating tiers is remarkable, even in ruin, and the acoustics, even open to the sky, are still impressive.
The Temple of Hadrian on the Curetes Way is one of the most ornately decorated structures on the site. The carved friezes above the entrance, mythological features, gods, and founding legends are detailed and exceptionally well preserved. Stop and look up at those carvings. They repay the attention.
A few practical notes before you go. Ephesus is almost entirely an outdoor site. In summer, the heat is significant. Start early, bring water, and wear comfortable walking shoes. The marble is uneven and the slopes are real. A proper visit, one where you actually take the site in, runs 2 to 3 hours. Don't rush it.
One stop that many excursions include in this area, and one we genuinely recommend, is a visit to a Turkish carpet and rug workshop. What you see when you walk in is the craft itself. Weavers are working at traditional looms with silk and wool threads and patterns passed down across generations. The detail in a hand-knotted Turkish carpet is something photographs cannot fully capture. 1 square centimeter can contain hundreds of individual knots. A large carpet represents months and sometimes years of a single weaver's work.
You'll be welcomed in and offered a Turkish tea or a rich Turkish coffee. Both are outstanding and both are worth accepting. The demonstration is fascinating, not as a sales pitch, but as a window into a craft tradition that stretches back centuries. You're under absolutely no obligation to buy, but if you have any appreciation for craftsmanship, spend time with this. It gives the day a layer it wouldn't otherwise have. Quick pause here. If this guide is helping you plan your Kusadasi port day, hit subscribe and give it a thumbs up. We publish cruise port guides, ship tours, and cruise content every week right here on Dockside Travel. It helps YouTube share our videos with more cruisers just like you. We'd love to have you along for the next one.
If your port day runs long enough, or your excursion includes it, the House of the Virgin Mary, Miriam Anna Evie, is a pilgrimage site about 9 kilometers from Ephesus, set on a quiet wooded hillside. It's believed to be where Mary spent her final years, brought here by the Apostle John. The setting is peaceful and genuinely moving, regardless of your faith background. Many excursions combine it with Ephesus. If yours does, it's worth the time.
Before you head back to the ship, Kusadasi town is worth at least a short walk. The Grand Bazaar is the obvious starting point. It's built inside a 300-year-old Ottoman caravanserai, a stone structure originally used as a waypoint for trade caravans crossing the region. The building itself is worth seeing before you even step inside.
Inside and around it, you'll find the full range of Turkish market goods: leather, ceramics, spices, textiles, and yes, more carpets. The haggling culture is real, and it's part of the experience here. Going with curiosity rather than obligation. You don't have to buy anything, but if something catches your eye, the conversation is half the fun.
All right, Dockside Travel port ratings for Kusadasi and Ephesus. Ease of travel and logistics, 4 to 5. Ships dock directly, there's no tendering, no cliff climbs, no cable car queues. That alone puts Kusadasi ahead of several Mediterranean ports on this itinerary. The transfer to Ephesus is straightforward by excursion, taxi, or dolmus. At Ephesus, it's large and there's uneven marble underfoot with real elevation changes. Comfortable shoes are non-negotiable, and the summer heat requires planning. Get your transport sorted before you step off the ship and the logistics take care of themselves.
Things to see and do is a 5 out of 5. Ephesus is, simply put, one of the most impressive archaeological sites in the world. The Library of Celsus, the Great Theatre, the Curetes Way, the Temple of Hadrian, each of them would be a standout at any other site. Here they're all in the same place. Add in the House of the Virgin Mary, the Turkish craft tradition, and the Grand Bazaar in Kusadasi itself, and this port has more to offer than a single day can fully cover. That is a 5 out of 5 problem to have.
Food and culture, 4.5 out of 5. Turkish cuisine is exceptional. Fresh ingredients, bold flavors, and genuine hospitality at every turn. Whether it's a tea or a rich Turkish coffee or maybe some Turkish delight, food and drink are woven into the experience here. In the port area and the tourist zone, the usual caveats apply. Menus lean toward what visitors expect and prices reflect where you are. Step off the main strip and you'll find better value and more authentic experiences.
Cruise passenger value is a 4 out of 5. Ephesus admission is excellent value for what you're getting. A ship excursion adds convenience and, more importantly, certainty on the return transfer, which matters on a port day with a hard all-aboard time. Independent travel is very doable if you're organized and have transport arranged. Either way, what you get out of this port day is exceptional, a 4 out of 5.
Safety, 4 out of 5. At the time this video was made, the U.S. State Department places most of Turkey at a level 2, exercise increased caution, which is a standard advisory similar to those for many European countries. Canada issues an overall advisory to exercise a high degree of caution nationwide, due to the threat of terrorism and demonstration. Most of the issues that are identified by the US and Canada are along the Turkey-Syria and Turkey-Iraq borders. However, Kusadasi is considered one of the popular tourist destinations, and we felt comfortable throughout our entire visit. Kusadasi is a well-established cruise port, and Ephesus is a fully managed archaeological site. Standard awareness in the bazaar is sensible. The market culture can feel persistent if you're not expecting it.
Kusadasi and Ephesus overall is a 4.5 out of 5 from Dockside Travel. This is one of the most impressive port days we have had on any sailing anywhere. The logistics are among the easiest of any port we've ever covered. The site is genuinely world-class, and the culture experience, from the bazaar to the carpet workshop to standing in front of the Library of Celsus on a marble street that is 2,000 years old, is unlike anything else on a standard Mediterranean itinerary. If this port is on your sailing, do not treat it as a secondary stop. Give it everything you have. You will know exactly why when you get there.
We'd love to hear from you in the comments. Have you been to Kusadasi or Ephesus on a cruise? Did you do a ship excursion or go independently? What was your highlight? Let us know below.
That's a wrap on Kusadasi and Ephesus, one of our all-time favorite port days on the entire Mediterranean sailing. Thanks for watching.